Live from TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts, welcome to a matinee edition of Boston Bruins hockey on NESN. Today, the Bruins look to end their six-game skid against the red-hot Colorado Avalanche, who are unbeaten in regulation this season. Hello again, everybody. Along with Andy Brickley, I'm Judd Surratt. Thanks for joining us. The problems that the Bruins are currently going through right now, Brick, they don't have to do with work ethic or character or heart. They've shown a lot of that here early in the season. The issue for this team here early in the season has been execution at the right time, and that will be at a premium against the team they're playing today.
Particularly on the back two-thirds of the ice. When you talk about your in-zone coverage and how you defend, there's too much drag in their decision-making. Good teams take advantage of that. Plus, they're allowing easy entries into that part of the ice because they're not playing connected in the neutral zone. They're not closing fast enough. Those are the two areas that need to improve if this losing is going to stop.
The saying in the National Hockey League is your best players have to be your best players, but there are times where you got to lean on them even harder. That's one of those times right now for the Bruins.
Yeah, and leaders got to lead, and that's where we're going to start with the Boston Bruins. You know, the guys that play the most and play the most important positions. Charlie McAvoy, 8 of 9 games this season, he's leading the defenseman in ice time. Same with David Pastrnak in terms of 7 out of 9. As far as the forwards go, and Jeremy Swayman, when you're playing 70% of the games, you're the number one goaltender. So these three guys, McAvoy, he needs to play within himself, but he has to have that ability to control the game from the back end. David Pastrnak, love when he has that shot mentality. Did not have a great game against Colorado out there. Expecting him to be a leader here this afternoon. And Jeremy Swayman, you know, sometimes the numbers don't tell the true story of a player's performance. He's been good this year, but he's got to be better than that if Boston's going to win a hockey game.
Here's Solovyov. Sends it left to the net. Nichushkin took a body. And Nelson couldn't receive the puck. He's playing in his first full season here with the Avs. The Bruins give it away. Sent over to the far side. Swayman made the stop. Not out of danger. Backhand. Sent just wide by Nichushkin. Swayman was trying to get over to the near post with all sorts of traffic in front of him.
I mean, two things jump out at you here in the first 2.5 minutes. An unforced icing by Charlie McAvoy when the Bruins were changing out with possession. And then Arvidsson in coverage, something they worked on. They had a work day, video, and on-ice application. Arvidsson is in coverage, wins a puck, goes around the net, and just lobs a backhand out back to the Avalanche. You can't make plays like that. Now you're in trouble. All kinds of pressure. Nelson with the shot. And Nichushkin, I thought he had enough room to hook that puck right up under the crossbar. Just missed.
Here's the puck to Makar, the reigning Norris Trophy winner. He's won it twice. Sent out in front, they score! Arturi Lehkonen found a seam just inside the near post. Avalanche 1, Bruins nothing.
Well, this has been the bane of the Bruins in this losing streak is their in-zone coverage. You give good teams a little bit of space, a little bit of time, a little puck possession, a little bit of motion, and it's been problematic. Just too much open space between the hash marks for Lehkonen in this rotation. You can see the Bruins overcommit to where the puck is. 3 Bruins in that neighborhood. Someone's going to be open, and it was Lehkonen. He buries it short side to try to drive some offense here in this period.
Shots are 10-1 unofficially at this point with just under 6 minutes remaining in the first. Oh, here's Middlestead. He was all by himself. Nobody around him. Brent Burns was sucked into the puck. Left circle. It's sent back of the net. Chipped out in front by Arvidsson. They score! Victor Arvidsson, a bank shot for his first goal as a Boston Bruin. Bruins 1, Avalanche 1.
Oh, that's got to feel good for Victor Arvidsson. He's had some looks. He's had some opportunities. The effort's certainly there every shift. You need something to feel good. You need some results. A misfire right here is going to work to their advantage. The misfire by Lori. Arvidsson gets it, tries to tuck. Can't get it on the forehand tuck. Retrieves the puck. And then he's able to bank it in off the goaltender. At least it appears that it went off the goaltender.
I think he angled that one off the waffle iron and into the back of the net. And so Arvidsson evens it.
Yeah, 15-minute rope-a-dope, and they got the lead.
Manson.
Well, they tie it, I should say.
They did.
Yeah.
Puck sent up the middle. The Bruins have it glance off his stick into the corner. Lohrei. And the Bruins get it out to center ice. Might have a 2-on-1. Here's Chanot to the slot. Backhand. They score! Oh, the Bruins have turned around this first period. Mikey Eyssimont with a chip shot by Scott Wedgwood. Bruins 2, Avs 1.
Now they got the lead. Malinsky's going to miss this puck in the neutral zone, and that's where it all begins. Right here. Now the Bruins got numbers. Stay onside. Janot, forehand, pulls it to his backhand in order to create a backhand passing lane. Net drive by Eyssimont with the beautiful elevated finish.
Second unit coming out for Marco Sturm's team. Now Middlestad speeds ahead. His pass denied at the blue line by Nichushkin. 10 seconds left. Arvidsson flipped it in. Grabbed by Makar with 3. Cuts back of the net. And that's going to do it for the opening 20 minutes. The Bruins will still have 15 seconds left of a power play chance when the second period starts. As Cale Makar took exception to something Mikey Eyssimont did.
Yeah, Makar was on his backhand as his clock was just about to run out. And he rolled it up the boards, and Eyssimont made contact. And Makar, even with the referee staring right at him, gave him a good cross-check to the back. But I don't believe there's any calls in the period. The Bruins, they survived the opening two-thirds of that period and have the lead at the intermission. So a good finish to period 1.
Corner. Bruins changing. Middlestad. Send it out in front. Deflected wide by Zacha. And fluttered back into the Bruins' end.
Another chance for Zacha in and around the net. Nice look by Middlestad after a good effort by Kastelik. They were having some problems managing the puck in the neutral zone with that top line for Colorado on the ice.
Bruins win that battle. Lohrei to Pasternak. 3-on-3. The Bruins come up ice. Pasternak pulls, drags, just lost it at the last second. Bidding for his 397th goal. Lohrei, Pasternak, across. And the Avs get it out to center ice. A delayed penalty called on the Bruins.
Yeah, I think it's Corrali with that body contact. When Pasternak tried to make a cross-ice pass on the back end that was stolen. Excellent rush by Pasternak. Individual move. He just left Malinsky in the dust in the neutral zone.
52 Boston, 2 minutes for holding.
Well, we're going to look at Pasternak's rush. Takes this nice little breakout pass from Lohrei. Inside, outside move there. Malinsky had no chance. Try to go back in forehand. Just lost it at the end. There's the penalty on Corrali. He couldn't get the body position. Free hand around the waist. Enough there for the call, apparently.
Mikey Eyssimont with a go-ahead goal in the first period after Victor Arvidsson tied it 39 seconds prior. Where the Bruins were on their heels for the bulk of the period for the first 14 minutes. Natchez. Now Colton shoots. Denied. Lohrei. A headman pass to Geekie. He looked across the ice and decided not to do it. And that's one of the things Marco Sturmbrick said that they're working on with a guy like Lohrei. Sometimes he wants to do more than he should, and that's when he gets in trouble. Geekie, 5 seconds left. He scores! Scott Wedgwood looked like he fell asleep there in net. And Morgan Geekie just slipped it by him over at the near post, and the Bruins do extend. Bruins 3, Avalanche 1.
Play to the buzzer. This is less than 5 seconds ago in the period when he scores this goal. Lohrai's going to move the puck up, I believe, to the neutral zone. I think it was Pasternak that chipped it in deep as the clock is winding down. And Geeky's able to get to that puck first. Wisely stops. The pressure came from the opposite side. And Wedgewood's got caught looking over his left shoulder initially and very quickly transitioned the puck. Backhand, forehand tuck before Wedgewood could seal off the short side. Huge goal.
And there have been some quick strikes from the Bruins today. So Geeky scoring with just a few seconds left in the period. And the Bruins on top of the Colorado Avalanche 3-1 at the end of 40 minutes. And now Lehkonen the other way. To the slot, Nietzsche's shoots, blocked. McKinnon shoots. Swayman's got it. It hit his left leg. He looked behind him, and then he covers it up.
This is a hard puck to track because of the way this play developed or didn't develop. Just kind of a broken play right there. Now where's it? And all of a sudden, Swayman has to find it to his right. He gets that slide across. And you're right, he was unsure where it was, but it got stuck on the left pad as he slid through the blue paint.
Chopped up top, here's Burns. Shoots, blocked, Burns gets it back. Swayman the save, squared up, and then Burns stabbed at that puck, and that's going to draw a host of Bruins. Everybody at close quarters. Asimot looked like he dragged Burns out of there. Burns had his helmet ripped off. He's still barking away. You got Janot on the ice. And they got a conversation going on with Lori. And it looks like Arturi Lehkonen, they're pulled out of there. And a conversation with Pasternak and Gabriel Landeskog at center ice. We're going to have some penalties here. The Avs get to it. Here's Kelly, 2-on-1. Look out here. Kelly shoots. Swayman the save and the rebound. It got behind Swayman as Kelly took a whack at Swayman. And the Bruins will immediately respond. Geeky steps in. Zaka's there. And the Tempers flare back of the net.
Well, that's the second time in 2 shifts they've gone after Swayman with a stick. And you can understand the Bruins' response here. I don't know how you can call Burns for that penalty and not follow it up with another penalty call here. It's the same play. Bruins make a mistake here trying to keep this puck in. Is the 2-on-1. Kelly goes for the shot. Now he's looking for his own rebound. You can see the puck is free behind Swayman. But I don't know if Kelly can see that.
Boston, number 73, 2-minute minor, roughing.
Bruins win the draw. McAvoy to Zadorov. Around it comes, and down it goes. This is deflected. Racing after it is Corrali. Makar angles over. 30 seconds remaining. Corrali's lost his stick. He's going to change. McKinnon. Up top it comes. Back to McKinnon. His shot. They score! Arturi Lehkonen with a tip out in front. Bruins 3, Avalanche 2, 18 seconds left.
Well, 18.2 for a victory. That's all that matters. You don't like giving up this goal. They tee it up from the point. And Lehkonen's going to be in a good spot for a redirect. That puck was almost blocker side, and then the redirect will send it over the left shoulder. It's a nice deflection. Boston's got to suck it up here for, well, they added some time to the clock, so we'll just say 20 seconds.
They added 3 seconds. It says 19.2 now. Makar He can't get to the red line. Turned aside by Middlestad. Lehkonen with it. McKinnon had to hold up at the blue line. 5. Bruins trap it in the corner. 3. Horn's gonna sound. Game over. A scrum in the corner. The tempers are gonna flare. McKinnon throwing right hands with McAvoy. Look at this. They're still going at it. The linesman trying to separate those two. The Boston Bruins have snapped their 6-game losing skid, and they do it against the top team in the Western Conference. Jeremy Swayman, spectacular today. He stopped 29 of 31. And the Bruins have now won each of their last 5 against the Avalanche here in Boston.
It's just 20 seconds, Judd, but it's a big 20 seconds to protect this lead and have a victory. And they really stymied Makar. They kept him in front of the red line. That was great neutral zone play. And then when the puck did get deep into the offensive zone, that's when you pin it along the wall because they don't blow those plays down anymore. And it led to this at the end. Frustration, I believe, from McKinnon. McAvoy feeling pretty good about his team's effort in beating a quality team like Colorado and getting out of the losing streak. And you got to love the way the Bruins stuck together. They protected their goalie when things got a little nasty around this. Swayman was outstanding. This was a good win all the way around. And it set you up pretty good for going into Ottawa.